the reality is that's not going to happen. So I think it's better to be a decent human being and make jokes about every facet of society. And if it's clever and it's well written and it has a point that isn't hateful, there will be an audience who wants to listen to it, you know?
Well, the person who's very like how you say that is Anthony Cumia. For the record, I fucking love Anthony Cumia. I think he's a bit mental, a little bit crazy, but I think he's maybe the funniest non-comedian or writer out there. Like, he's so sharp and witty, sharper than those cheekbones you've got there.
Which I only just got those, man. Thanks for noticing. I've lost a lot of weight this year.
Yeah, and I'm fucking furious about that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed that you lost. Anyone who gets in shape
so sharp.
is a
You
dickhead.
could lacerate the tip of your cock on my cheekbones. That's how fucking sharp they're looking these days.
And I want to. But I got to ask you about Anthony. It's like, what's it like being around Anthony? Because there's no denying that he's one of the more controversial podcaster / comedy types out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Anthony's one of these types that, because I've interviewed him before, where he'll say what he wants, and you tend to roll your eyes. You'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake. But he doesn't then try to silence anyone who speaks the opposite to his opinion.
Sure. Or provides a counter, subjective viewpoint. What's the question? What's it like with someone when it comes to someone like Anthony Cumia? How do I relate to that kind of comedy or person?
Yeah, and the controversy that comes around him.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't know enough about Anthony Cumia's history to know all of the controversy. I'll be honest. I neither know it nor have much of an interest in it. I have heard on the comedy circuit things to the tune of, if you talk to a very liberal left-wing kind of comic, they'll say, oh, Anthony Cumia, he's a fucking racist. That's what you will hear from that kind of group. And then if you talk to people around the middle, they'll go, Anthony Cumia's got a few outlandish views. I don't think he's a racist per se, but he says outlandish shit for shock value, and some of it is offensive to certain people. Some of it's okay. He's all right, but, I don't believe in everything he says. And then if you talk to people on the right, they'll go like, Anthony Cumia's a god. He knows what he's talking about, man. Fuck those. That's kind of, those are the three entities. I'm booked on his network on Compound Media quite a lot, and he always wants me on the show when I come back to New York, which I love doing because I like the man. I think he's a charming, friendly individual, and he treats all of his guests with respect. Like you say, he lets them give their viewpoint. But also I go on there because I like cracking jokes, and I like cracking jokes to an audience who don't necessarily think the same way that I do, So I'm on there as I call myself the resident libtard cuck, That's what the audience will call me. Some of them fucking hate me still. Some of them hated me when I first went on, and now they love me. Some of them always like me. It's funny to see how an audience can go, oh, and their feedback, the ones who now like me a lot, their feedback is, he may be liberal. He may be a classic liberal. He may be on the left, more democratic-leaning wing of politics, which is where my standpoint is. But he listens to facts. He listens to opposing views. He will have an intelligent debate with someone about it. And he makes jokes about everyone. And that's how I want to position myself. I think everyone's fucking stupid. I think everyone has the capacity to say outlandish and horrendous stuff. And one man's offense is another man's victory charge, and vice versa. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So someone like Anthony Cumia, I'm dating a woman of color. If Anthony Cumia ever said anything racist in front of me, outwardly racist, I go, yo, Cumia, you're a fucking... Don't say that shit. Or if you have to say it, wait until I'm not around, because my girlfriend's Jamaican, Puerto Rican, and I feel an overwhelming urge to punch you in the fucking face when you say racist shit around me. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Now, he's never done that, so he's never given me reason to ever say anything of that nature. But that's what I do. I'd be straight up and say those things. However, do I think he's a racist who hates, people of color or anything of that nature? I don't get that energy from him. I don't get that opinion from him. Do I think he's a shock jock who said outlandish shit and some of it has been directed towards minorities? Yeah, absolutely. He's done those things, and there's a lot of people who've done those things, and at different points in history, those things were acceptable humor. Now a lot of them are not acceptable humor. I think anything that's hateful, it doesn't have a place for me. But God, what a boring way to go through the world it would be, especially as a comedian who's meant to be one of the last bastions of honest conversation and intelligent, funny debate, and picking apart every facet of society for humor's sake and for some kind of therapeutic general healing for the public and the audience who are watching it. If I decided to only ever hang out with liberal left-wing leaning comedians and only ever appear on liberal left-wing podcasts, or only ever be friends with people who think the same way I do, I would become less of a well-rounded, wise individual. I become a fucking insular moron, which is what a lot of people are these days. You know, if you don't agree with my way, you're a fucking arsehole. It's like, nah. He may be right wing. He may be a bit more this way. I'm probably becoming more libertarian as I get older. I'm becoming a little bit more that I think all governments are fucking corrupt. And realistically, I think there's a lot of good people who exist just left or just right of the center of political outlook. And I want to talk to those people because I think those are the people that will hopefully build a better future for everyone. The fanatics on the left and the fanatics on the right, as far as I'm concerned, they can all go and choke on each other's cocks, which I would love to see happen. That would be a wonderful... That's how they should fight out their differences. Just who can fucking deep throat each other's cocks better. If you get an extra inch, if you get the balls in, you win. Oh, I guess the Republicans won. He took both nuts. He took 9.5 inches of shaft and 2 rather oversized Melanius. What's a melon? There is a word to describe something that is rotund like a melon, like round and big and bulbous. Let's just say bulbous.
Melanie.
9.5 inches. Yeah, the melanesque testicles, and 9.5 inches of shaft. Republicans win, or Democrats. Who's less likely to have a gag reflex out of those two groups?